থ্যাংক ইউ। একটু অ্যাপোলজি করে নেই, ডন সামদানি মাইটি স্যার এগুলো বলেছেন। So there is nothing called mighty, nothing called, in the corporate world we say sir. Yasir Azman bhai oneke bole, Azman. I'm known as Azman. And I can't recall that in a recent time I could have this much of, engaging, amazing audience. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining this morning. It inspires us. If as a leader, when we see that, there are people talking and listening and interacting, it really helps. Thank you, Don. Before I share anything here, so if I may ask Don, কি শুনতে চান আপনারা আমার কাছ থেকে আজকে সকালে? Anything in your mind? Life story, success story, could be struggle, okay? Success story, daily activities, okay? কিভাবে বিনয়ী হওয়া যায়? অনেক ছোটবেলা থেকে প্রেমে পড়ে গিয়েছিলাম এবং কমিটেড ছিলাম, সো এটাতে রিজেকশন হয় নাই। সো আমার সহধর্মিনীর সাথে আমার পরিচয় ক্লাস 5 থেকে। ডেইলি লাইফে দেয়ার ইজ নো ডিফারেন্স বিটুইন ইয়োর লাইফ অ্যান্ড মাই লাইফ। আমার 3 বাচ্চাকে আজকে সকালবেলা তার নানির বাসায় নামিয়ে দিয়ে আসলাম নানির সাথে দেখা করার জন্যে। যাওয়ার সময় ওদের সাথে নানির সাথে বসে ভাত খেয়ে বাসায় ফেরত যাব। সো ইটস লাইক ডেইলি লাইফ ইজ সো ইটস কমন ফর এভরিওয়ান what we lead, So family, friends, and the weekends and the working day, you know how it is. So you are talking about that my success story or failure, whatever. Thank you to Don that inviting me. It's so glad that I am standing in front of such an engaging audience today. And especially because of pandemic, it's a long time we are not interacting in the physical world. আমার যদি সাকসেস স্টোরি বা কেরিয়ার শেয়ার করতে হয় এখানে, আমি বলবো মাই প্যারেন্টস ওয়ান্টেড টু বি এ ডক্টর, ফিজিশিয়ান, ওকে, টু স্টাডি মেডিসিন। আই এন্ডেড আপ ম্যারিং এ ডক্টর, নট মাইসেলফ এ ডক্টর। My purpose, my passion actually, my dream was not to be a doctor, physician. So I just wanted to be as good as my friends, many of them wanted to be in Dhaka University marketing, some of them into finance, and I wanted to study also business. The reason I'm bringing it here today, I wanted to study business, and I decided that I want to be in IBA, the first batch of business administration, Bachelor of Business Administration, BBA. At that point of time, 1992, I did my HSS at that point of time. 12th grade. But actually, I could not get into first batch. And I failed second batch. So I could not actually get into, I could not study BBA in IBA. But I realized there is another way to basically get into a business administration institution, IBA, and that's do BCom. And I took that risk, Bachelor of Commerce in Abu Jorgifari College. How many of you are aware of Abu Jorgifari College? Okay, so it's in Malibag. So I decided, okay, my destination, I want to learn business administration, and I want to be an institution which I have picked up, Institution of Business Administration, Dhaka University. And there is a way, even if I could not get into like an BBA, there is a way to get into through a Bachelor of Commerce. I didn't put my hard work behind any other university anywhere. I just got into an Abu Jorgifari College, did my BCom. I came back and I said, I will again try now MBA. And there I was basically successful. I got into an MBA course in IBA. I think the reason where I'm bringing in this is that linking your purpose, what do you want to do, and don't give up easily. There are ways to reach there. Don talking about me a lot, sir and Azman bhai. But I would you believe that this is the first time I'm coming to any of the Don session, right, Don? He is trying me for last 3 years. How many times I have rejected you? Every time. He is a man of success because he got rejection. Every time. He is like so many times his different sessions, live session and everything. And I had to say, Don, I'm sorry, I have something else to prioritize. But this time I realized that this is probably, the passion he has behind this. He is not giving up. He is not giving up. He is taking it and, making it sure that, you listen me. And that is why I'm here and learn this. What he mentioned about 90% rejection, probably 10% success, and that 10% you are looking in today. We all talk about the next slide. If we all talk about hard work, right? Without knowing your purpose, your passion, does it mean anything? Is it? No? Right? I will not talk about, it's like anything which you have not heard about earlier. So I'm talking about what you have heard many at times, but I'm only talking about these things help me. So hard work without your purpose and without your passion is very difficult. So I mentioned that I ended up in IBA. I came out from IBA. If you want to know my life story, I was so fascinated to work for a banking industry. So I got into an NZ Guinness Bank. At that point of time, it was very renowned one as an intern. But I realized that's not what I want to do. After getting into that, I wanted to do something that mingling around people, working with people to make something new, doing creative things and everything, not in very regulated environment. And that is the story many of you probably hear that from ANZ Guinness Bank to British American Tobacco. When I say purpose, I get question from many that if you are working for a controversial industry, then how do you relate that purpose? Purpose is also to learn. Purpose is also to test your ideas. Purpose is also to understand from your consumers, your customers. If you are able to identify your purpose and if you have the skill, then only the hard works really mean something. So I'm getting serious, I'm a little bit of serious person when I talk about these things. So I really say that it is not only hard work, it is also your purpose and it has to come with your passion. If these things come together, magic happens. Magic really happens. No one can stop you. That is what I say when you say hard work. At times, we set our dream. We are talking about a lot that we are having big dream. But many of us setting our dream where we could actually reach. আমরা যেখানে পৌঁছাতে পারবো ওটাই আমাদের ড্রিম হয়ে যায় বাট আমরা কোথায় পৌঁছাতে চাই এবং কিভাবে এখানে যেতে চাই পারি if dream is not really big enough, it's not a big dream. You really make it somewhere that you cannot touch it actually, and then you find out that how to reach there. It is important to understand that dream. Many of us, we are talking about working hard, we are talking about thinking big, dreaming big, but you need to be a little deep into it. What do you really mean out of it? I see many of the people will talk about that, it's like you are the hero, became CEO and everything. I go back and I ask my, peer colleagues that it's not that we all aspire to go there. We all are not equally putting our hard work. We all are not equally putting our, dream big enough to reach there. I don't think in an organization, out of 100 people, everyone is dreaming big, everyone is putting hard work, everyone able to link the purpose and passion, but there is a possibility for each and every one of you to become and reach to your goal. You need to believe in it. You need to believe in it. You know, I say in my company, I say, the person who can really sleep well, he can also do a Guinness record by sleeping longest time of the, world. So each of us, each of you are having your own strength. Link it with your purpose, your passion, develop your skill set, you will reach to your goal. Believe in you. We are basically blessed with God that helping us if we are in the right track. Don't talk about, your friends and all those things. These are important today. So when we talk about purpose and your passion, next thing, to come to this stage, as many of you are talking about, that my life story, I believe in people. I am not an expert in anything, I can tell you. No, I work for the tobacco industry, I work for banking, telecom. I am actually not an expert. I believe in people. I am a leader. I can identify myself probably. I believe in people and people's strength. That's so important. I can tell you, I can share one of my stories. Back in 2010, I was asked to join Uninor, which is Telenor's Indian operation. And I was asked to join as head of the state in Odisha. So Odisha, one of the 23 states in India. And before joining that states, I was only a sales director in Grameenphone, so I knew sales. But I didn't know that whole company, how to run it, how to become a head of a state. So like this, a little, smaller audience, 500 employees sitting there, and the head of whole India at that point of time, Sigve Breke, he took me there to introduce to the people. I was basically assigned there to make a worst performing state, That state at that point of time was the least performing one out of 23 states in India. 23 states in India. My legs were shaking prior to that when I saw my boss that he's talking about leading in states. I was only, at that point of a sales head. And he will take me to 500 employees in India first time. And he wants me to talk about that how to succeed. And what's my strategy, what's my plan. Only one thing I talked about that day, and it's the audience. I had like in my hand right and talked about, it's like, I don't have any magic. I don't have any magic to win the heart of Odisha's people as a telecom service provider. I have only you. And if we are together, we can make the big difference. And there the discussion started. There the ideas started flowing. And from there only we decided how to win in this market. It took 7 months for us become the #1 performing company in India. I will not stop here. It's like the second story I would like to say why I say is people is so important. #1 performing, then immediately I was basically transferred to another non-performing unit in India. It was in Karnataka, just opposite to Odisha. It's Karnataka, Bangalore, IT city, cosmopolitan, big city there versus Odisha. It was same situation for me to make and like a non-performing one to performing one. But within a year, we lost our license that we were not allowed to operate anymore. So 500 employees, everyone is losing job. And they are talking about that, oh, Mr. Azman, he came from abroad, he will flew away, and we are losing the job. I needed at least 3 months, these employees work with me to complete the task we have in our hand to shut down our operation. So I stood in front of our employees. I said that if each of my employees are not getting a new job, I will not apply for a job. And I didn't know how to do it. So I started thinking about how to do it. Then I reached out all the competition telecom CEOs and invited them to my office. I said, these 500 employees are the best of the best, but we lost license. So I'm giving you each a table. You can start recruiting people from my team. But they need to be 3 months with me. Telecom operators recruited almost 70%. I reached out Unilever, Rakuten Bankezer CEOs. They came in, they recruited. By the time we completed our task to shut down operation, 95% of our employees secured their job. When I was taking a charge in India, many of my seniors mentioned that, Azman, it's going to be a difficult task you are taking. I can tell you, when I was leaving, people cried. So I think to become leader, one of the stories are that if you want to be a leader, if you want to succeed, it is important that you connect with people. It's extremely important. At times in our organization, we start competing with each other. There is no competition within an organization. You need to compete out there to give the best of the best experience to your customers. Only then you will win. Competing within, you will not win. You need to basically help each other, know each other, learn from each other, and that's how you grow. So coming to this stage, I talked about purpose, passion, skill, and hard work. That's an early stage, probably we really need it. There is nothing other than working hard, but linking with your purpose and passion. And then if you move on, it's like you need to deal with people. You need to be able to deal with people. You need to respect people. I can tell you the best learning I have in my life when I was a territory officer in sales, and I was basically visiting small retailers in the roadside. So important. When I see my territory officers today, those are into sales, I say that, could you ever imagine this small retailer having 500 different SKUs, different product and services? If you ask in any variant, like ek chotak chal to adha sher chal to one sher chal, he will tell you the price. We cannot. We need the computer and everything. And that guy deserves a respect. And if you can respect, you learn. And that's how you grow. The last thing, before I end, I'll talk about few of my, practices. I really believe that to become a leader, if you want to be a leader in a corporate, in your society, in your public organization, or a development agency, these are extremely important. First and foremost, the honesty and transparency. There is no alternative to it. I can tell you, if you are trying to do shortcuts, if you are not honest to your team, honest to the people, to the customer, if you are not transparent, you will grow, but you will fall at one point of time. The mediocre like Azman can be a CEO if he has transparency and honesty towards the team, because you need the trust to build. Many of us, when we are leader, we try to take our own liking ones in our team, promote people, those who we like. We are not transparent. But if we are not transparent, how do you build that trust in the organization that people will work for you? People will rally behind you. এই যে সত্য কথা বলিব সকালে উঠে যে আমরা আগে বলতাম স্কুল জীবনে, এইটার ভিতরে অনেক বড় কথা আছে, ডিপ মিনিং, এখন হয়তো আমরা দেখি না এটা এত ওইভাবে বলা হয়, বাট দিস ইজ দ্য ড্যাম ইম্পর্টেন্ট থিং ইফ ইউ ওয়ান্ট টু বি সাস্টেইনেবল লিডার ইনটু ইয়োর সোসাইটি, ইন ইয়োর কর্পোরেট ওয়ার্ল্ড. This is the first thing I talk about. I've seen the brightest of the brightest, it's like cannot go after certain level, fall apart at some point of time, because ethical leadership, the compliance, the transparency, these we miss. So it is not easy. It is not easy. I can tell you, I am not allowed to have a coffee with my stakeholder outside in a coffee shop. I am not allowed to. Think how difficult it is, because I need to achieve every day so many things. If that coffee influence someone differently, that's not allowed. That's not allowed. And that is hard. But accepting that, and then, you are succeeding, that's sustainable. That's then the sustainability. It's extremely important. Rest of the things is easy to understand. I think all of you are every day hearing empathy for people. And we try to take empathy as a very, very easy way. It's not. You need to be at the shoes of your employees to see that how they're seeing you as a leader. You know, I'm standing here today, I'm thinking, oh, I am the star. But my words, my action, probably একটা দানবের মতো একটা ছায়া তৈরি করে দেয় মানুষের মধ্যে. We need to be aware of that. How the employees, the customers, they are looking at you. You know, it's like your every step, when you become a leader, your every step, your every action, every word is important. And there is nothing other than transparency and honesty can keep you going, because you don't need to make new things every day when you talk, because you are talking from your heart. You need to be able to link these 2-3 things. Constant learning, you know, it's like I have to learn every day. No one. It's like Don can talk about that mighty Azman Bhai standing there. I can tell you the path you are into now, into your journey, I'm exactly the same. Probably I'm into some other places now. But you have to learn, I have to learn. In this world, the things are changing fast. If I don't want to be replaced by someone else, either in the customer's mind by the competition or in my position by someone else, I need to constantly learn. And the digital world gives that amazing opportunity to learn every day. When you are at car, when at your free time, through your social media, LinkedIn, and so many different platforms, and learning from your fellow colleagues. You know, I have one of my very junior colleagues today here. I don't know where she is sitting. Now, whenever she talks, I try to learn something. I have another colleague doing video for me. So I also learn every day from her. So every person has some perspective, looking at things, and are you able to respect that and learn from them? Result orientation, I think, in the corporate world, we are performance oriented. Do whatever. If we are not result oriented, it will not succeed. So other softer things, but this is very harsh. Here you need to basically deliver, and you need to able to deliver, and that's why it's so important you understand your employees, you build the trust, and you move on with your goal-oriented and performance-oriented culture. Finally, reward and celebrate. Reward and celebrate your employees, your colleagues, your friends. I'll stop here. I can keep going and talking about many topics, but anything you have in your mind on these topics I talked about, or anything else? No? Put you in a serious thoughts now. Yeah.
Hello, sir. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Maria, and I'm from IUB. So what I wanted to ask is, আপনি এখানে empathy for people কথাটা বলছেন, and আমরা যদি এলন মাস্কের কাহিনীটার দিকে দেখি, যে he kind of like তার অ্যাসিস্ট্যান্টকে সে জব থেকে, কারণ সে বলছিল আপনি কিছুদিনের জন্য একটা ছুটিতে যান, দেন আমি দেখবো যে আপনার কাজগুলো আমার লাইফে দরকার কিনা, অ্যান্ড দেন হি ফাউন্ড আউট যে এটা আসলে সে নিজেই করতে পারতেছে, সো হি ফায়ার্ড হার। সো আপনার কাছে কি মনে হয়, উনি তো ওনাকে আপনি লিডার হিসেবে কেমন দেখবেন, এবং তার এই আইডিয়াটাকে আপনি কিভাবে, মানে আমরা কিভাবে এই জিনিসটা থেকে কি ইন্সপায়ার নিতে পারি কি পারি না, বা জিনিসটা কি আমাদের জন্য ইউজফুল হবে কি হবে না? I hope I was clear. Thank you, sir.
You see, it's like I don't fire people. I can't say that. I also fire people, and you need to deal with this. And that is why I say in another way that, it's like you need to constantly learn. If you are not upgrading yourself constantly, you will not be basically the right match for the company. And company have to take a decision, because we are accountable to the shareholders. We are accountable to the customers, to give the best of the best to them. And we would like to have the right employees. But how do you do it respectfully? That's the very center of the question here. So I don't know how respectfully Elon Musk could do it, but we take the similar decision. We have to take that decision. Yeah.
Hello, sir. This is Mubashir from Army ABA. Sir, you have focused on honesty and transparency. So does it mean that ethical leadership is everything nowadays?
Nowadays, not a question, is an every time. Each of, it's like, the past 50 years back or to 50 years from now on, ethical leadership, the transparency, honesty, you will not able to sustainable longer term if you are not having that in your, value system. It's extremely important, and it can be earned by, practicing, being aware, learning. It's possible.
Okay, sir. Sir, I have another question, that is result orientation. So how can we balance that result orientation and empathetic to people? Because when I want to give empathy to someone, so I have to show relationship-oriented behavior. But when I give focus on result, so it becomes a bit hazy for me.
Okay, it's not that result orientation mean that you put something, an unachievable goal for your employees, right? You set your goal, which is basically within your reach, which is stretched, it's dream, it's ambitious, and then when you put that, it's not only you put your employees into a job that which without any support system. As a leader, you need to make sure that there is a platform, there is an environment for your employees to succeed. You put up, you give them empowerment, you listen them their challenges, you bring in the right tools and equipments for your employees and let them to succeed and give them the credit and let them celebrate out of the success. And then there will be always not that we will reach to our goal, that our result orientation or reach, we will fail, Many at times we fail. Don't mention the 90% he fails. But, what learning you take and then you move on.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Excuse me. Here, that from today is that failure establishes only one thing, that your desire to succeed was not strong enough. This is one. The second is that if you need to break a stone 10 strikes, then every strike matters.
Yes.
The consistency is very, very important. And the third point that I have taken today is this: imitating doesn't work. The way you talk, the way you lead, if I follow that, it will not work. I as an individual have a unique style, and I must find out which works best through me.
Exactly.
Thank you, sir.
What is the last one? I would like to congratulate all of you here today standing and or listening, because there are people who decided not to come. And as I mentioned, that I also try to learn every day. And if the next gentleman speaking now today, I will not miss Soyad Alamgir Bhai, what he is talking today. Because we can learn every day, and we can learn from each of us and in every person. So let's take that opportunity. And finally, I believe each of you can make difference in our society, in your personal life, to your families and to your friends, and wherever you are working on. Believe in you, and put your hard work with right passion and purpose. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. Round of applause for Yasir Azman, sir.